Hello YouTube and welcome back. Today I'm going to be starting a new segment. It's going to be a declutter. I'm going to call it Trash or Pass, which is where I either clean out my makeup drawer and I pass it on to a friend, or I throw it away because I didn't like the formula, I didn't like how it worked for me, or I just know realistically I'm never going to use it. So first in my box for passing along is the Fenty Beauty Invisible Pro Filter Eye Primer. It has this cute little rounded doe foot, and it's pretty okay. It's not my favorite. I prefer to just use either concealer on my eyes before applying my eyeshadow, or even just a regular primer. This was a little too sticky and it seemed to make my makeup show up really patchy in some places and not in others. But then when I would go back and use that same eyeshadow palette with something else, I didn't have that problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on. Next, I have the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with Aloe Sage and Orange Blossom. It's just a very nice facial spray. I actually was gifted this, and I have a lot of my Urban Decay all-nighter spray. I have a lot of MAC Fix Plus. I just don't need another face spray right now, but it does smell really good and very herbal. Next, I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter Face Palette. And this has two sides. So you've got all of your different powders, but then on the other side, maybe I'll throw it away after all. I forgot. We did a lot of hardcore hit some pan on this, but you have creams as well. I really couldn't get it to work very well. The creams were really hard for me to blend because I'm still kind of new to the whole contouring thing. And then the powders, I just don't think were the best formula. So I actually am just going to toss this. Next, I have the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. And I like some of these colors, but they were just kind of, some of them were very patchy. And I was kind of like disappointed with the pigmentation and the overall, like, they almost don't swatch, which, you know, I've said before, swatching doesn't mean that a product is good or bad. But I just, when this dropped, I was really excited about it. And then once I got it, I wasn't drawn to it the way I thought I was going to be. So I'm going to pass that along to one of my lovely friends. This one I was very excited about originally. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I actually had never purchased Anastasia before, so I saw this palette and it immediately jumped out at me. And you can see there are a few places where, like, it's been pretty well dug out. Like, I've used it it's well loved. Let's put it that way. But once again, this is one of those things, like, it's got a lot of pretty shimmers and it's got some nice neutral tones, but it wasn't something that I've used enough to keep in my collection. So I'm going to pass that on as well. And the last thing I'm going to pass on is the Morphe Artistry palette. This is the 35M Boss Mood. And it has a lot of nice fall colors. Some of them are kind of patchy, some of them are really nice. I use these a lot when I worked at Maurice's. But some of them, they're very buildable, but for the most part, I'm not super impressed. So it is what it is. It also has a lot of neutrals, and I don't know, it's just harder for me to make things work with this. So I'm going to pass it on to somebody else that I know will love it. Next, I'm going to go through some stuff that either just didn't work or has expired because I've had it for a while. First up is the Punky Color Semi-Permanent Conditioning Hair Color in Violet. My friends all know that I did have very purple hair for quite a while, and a few months ago went back to brown, and I just don't think I'm going to use it, and there's really not that much left in it, so it does still smell good. Oh, and now I have purple on my nose. Fantastic. But I don't know how long stuff like this lasts, but it's not a full head of dye, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Next off is the Becca highlighter in Lilac Geode, which is a very pretty color. It's an adventurous highlighter, and I don't do a full face of makeup a lot anymore. And there's the cat's tail. So I'm kind of caught between throwing it and seeing if one of my friends wants it, because someone might like it. I'll just put it in the middle for now. Next is the CoverGirl CG Smoothers Hydrating Makeup. It's a foundation in 715 Natural Ivory. I just didn't care for it. It didn't dry down very well for me, and it wasn't the coverage that I wanted. So I ended up going back to my tried and true, and I went to the Born This Way from Too Faced. Nothing wrong with that. Next this originally came in 6, but I only have 3 left, are the Peter Thomas Roth face masks. I got these in the holiday sale last year, and they're pretty well used. I mean, they're almost empty, so I don't feel bad about throwing them out. I should have used them more, but sometimes that happens. I have 24 karat gold Irish Moor Mud, and this one was my absolute favorite, is the pumpkin enzyme mask, and it smells like pie. I also have the Mario Badescu Super Collagen Mask. This one was interesting. It's almost gone, but it actually has mostly dried. It's pretty much a putty. It just made my skin feel really tight and almost uncomfortable. So I'm going to forego that. And like I said, there wasn't that much left anyway. Now I have a bunch of random lip products. They're all the same company. And this isn't like a diss. They're just all over a year old. I have the Jeffree Star Equality Rainbow Liquid Lips. I don't know why I'm holding my hands funny, but it's fine. And then I also have his Mini Nudes collection. And I did get a lot of use out of most of these, so I don't feel bad. I should have used them more, but now that I'm in a job that doesn't, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I just do my eyes and maybe, a chapstick or something to keep my lips hydrated. So I just don't feel the need to do that anymore. I also have 3 full sizes in Clout, Karma, and Wifey. They were all 3 given to me by someone else, and I don't exactly know how long she had them. So just to be safe, I'm just gonna toss those. And then my last bundle here, which is usually my favorite stuff, is mascara. I have the Tarte Big Ego mascara. This one I was very disappointed in. It is hot pink. It was calling my name, and I was so excited. And it's got like an hourglass shaped applicator, but I really didn't find that it did anything exceptional for my lashes. So that I'm kind of disappointed in. I also have the Dior Show, and I liked this one, but it is expired. And I got this as a Sephora gift with my points. I was not disappointed with that. I have the Tarte Man-Eater, which is kind of a similar brush to that one, except the bristles are a little bit thinner. And then another one that's pretty much the same is this one just says Buxom, and it's in Blackest Black. I'm pretty sure I got that in some sort of box, and this one has bigger bristles. So just kind of different variations of basically the same wand from different companies. I did finish one of my favorites, which is the Benefit Roller Lash. I started using this one because Jeffree Star said it was his favorite, and I totally agree with him. And it's got a nice bend to it, and it just makes your lashes touch the sky. I love it. And my last product, which is probably my favorite mascara ever, is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. And this one is kind of tapered and bigger towards the bottom, and I just think it is absolutely wonderful. It makes my lashes full and long and wonderful, but sadly I've had this too long. So I hope you had fun decluttering with me, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to become part of our family. Have a great day. Bye.